really good game. Give them all the credit in the world. Difference in the game, in my opinion, was Bristow. My hat's off to that kid. Tarleton State, I think, just absolutely dominated the second half with his effort. Get young man spit out for a month, and you would never have known it. Was absolutely fabulous. They won the game at the start of the second half, and just kind of jumped on us. I thought we got really stagnant offensively. I think one time we were 2 of 13, I was told. I don't know if that's exactly right. And then when you play a top 10 team, you sure as the heck can't go 9 for 17 and a half from the free throw line. When we're trying to get downhill and at the rim, they're very much like Tech. They take away free throw or take away a lot of your threes, and shooting 50% from the free throw line won't help. But again, it was their night. They played better than we did. A lot to learn from for us in that moment. You can't have a lane violation. When they miss the front end of a 1-on-1, we had a couple back-to-back turnover sequences that hurt you. But I love our team. I love where we're going to be. I thought our 2 freshmen did play great tonight, but they had something to do with that. So my hat's off to Alabama, and they're obviously going to have a great season. And I hope to see them in the Final Four.
Okay, questions for Kylan and Andrej. Andrej, move that one to you.
Kylan, obviously you got some pieces back today. Just what's that like to work them in, and was there any bumps along the way in trying to do that tonight?
Yeah, been out practicing and, haven't got the full chemistry with everybody on the court at the same time, but I think it was good. Played great today, Ohio especially, and yeah, that's all pretty much it.
Kylan, you couldn't get a stop. I think Alabama didn't get a stop the last 3 minutes of the second half. How much did the foul trouble you had before fouls impact the difficulty guarding five?
Yeah, I was really frustrated with that, but my main focus was trying my best not to foul him, especially because they knew I was in foul trouble. He's being extremely more aggressive at that point too. But yeah, it was definitely frustrating not being able to be as physical as I would like to be in those situations to possibly help our team get a stop.
Yes, for both you guys, I think since your Tech game, you talked about the offense and when it gets stagnant, what you need to do. What happened in the second half, and what maybe didn't you guys do to kind of get out of that?
Keep hunting good shots, defensive rebounding, taking care of the ball. Those are 2 things that we have to be consistent at to win these type of games. Live ball turnovers, we just got to take care of the ball.
You kind of nailed it on the money. Definitely though, just being more persistent with getting the ball from side to side. But yeah, just kind of on the money with it.
In the first half, you 2 combined for 10 field goal attempts, and the team took 23s. In the second half, you 2 took 24 field goals, and the team only took 12. Was that just Bama doing a better job switching, or you guys just having advantageous matchups? Like, why do you think that split was the way it was?
Definitely, I think in the time frame of the game, it just made sense for me and him to get downhill and get the best looks for the team. And they were giving it to us, and he's huge on finding the right matchups, and whatever's working in the moment, we're going to continue doing. So I think that was, for us, was working.
Was anything, foul trouble played a factor, but anything else difficult about guarding Kylan in that final stretch there that you have to next week?
The main thing is being in foul trouble, just not being able to be as aggressive as I would like to. But no, he's a great player. That's without a doubt, 100%. But yeah, it just was frustrating. I couldn't be as physical.
Anything else for the players?
Andrej, just being in games like this, top 15 matchups, what have you learned about your role in doing that, and obviously taking over at certain moments?
I think the biggest thing is taking one possession at a time. In my previous 2 years, I haven't been in many ranked matchups, so in these type of games, you really got to value every possession. And I think most schools don't really value that, and I think that's what I've learned last 2 games.
John, what did you think of Ohio in his debut?
He did a great job. I think he came out with a lot of confidence. He facilitated really well. He tried his best to guard too, which I was really proud of. I think, just more and more games he'll get under his belt and just get more comfortable out there and get a better feel. But he did a great job.
Go ahead.
Andrej, da li mogu na srpskom jedno pitanje?
Malo pričam, engleski pričam.
Then we'll stick to English. Congratulations on 26 points, excellent game. Fortunately, there wasn't victory. What do you think about this game and the season expectations from playing here? And do you talk to your dad about the games, expectations to be in NBA one day? And in Serbia, everybody wants to know, are you going to be playing for Serbian national team?
On the game, I think because of the expectations we have for ourselves and our team as a whole, back to what I said, we really have to learn to value each possession, one possession at a time, and I think that's what's going to make us win games like this. For the national team question, no comment. I don't know yet.
What is it going to depend on? You'll see with time how you feel?
Just with time.
And how do you feel about this season? You think you guys will go for the championship title? And how does it feel having several other Balkan players on the team?
Well, as a player, I don't know how anyone could expect me not to say we're going for a national championship. Like, that's ridiculous if I don't think that we have the confidence to win it all. So I'm gonna say our goal is a national
Good
championship.
answer.
You get any special tips from your dad, his experience in NBA?
Just take what the defense gives me. I think, playing every possession to the most of my ability and doing whatever it takes to help the team win. And I guess that's what every player's goal is going into games. So pretty simple.
Last question for the players from Joey.
Kind of getting some of these early season big games like this, what's the biggest thing you can take away kind of from this opportunity? I think like Tennessee a year ago.
Me personally, as a team.
You as a team or you personally?
I think film is the biggest thing in these moments. Going back and watching the mistakes, because he said in the locker room, our schedule, we're going to be in these games consistently throughout the year. Especially for the young guys, it'll be good to rewatch the tape. And I mean, it's just their first year again, these type of games. Even for him, it's like more and more time. You play these better teams, and then you get these games on your belt. It's more confidence, and then you get more comfortable out there. But I would definitely say, watch the film, and this game will be huge for us.
Okay, I'm gonna let those players leave.
Brad, how do you do a better job taking advantage of those inside when they switch and have big on small inside? What do your big guys have to do?
I don't know. I thought we got pretty good shots. It's make them. The good thing is we got fouled. Bad thing is we got fouled. I think that's. I'll look. I think one of the assistants said like we have everything gold, silver, bronze in terms of quality of shots, and I think we were at 18% gold in the first half and led, and then the second half I think we were at 47, and we got the quality of shots we wanted. We did what we wanted. We put foul pressure on them. If they're not going to give you threes, they played really small. We got Dre going. You got to finish him. You got to be tough enough to take a hit and finish him, and I guess we'll continue to get better at that. But it's it's the difference between this game and the Tech game was the free throw line and the live ball turnovers. But maybe they deserve a little credit too.
Brad, can you take me through the Tommy coming back from the injury to now, like how he kind of responded to that, and what you thought of tonight?
Yeah, Fletch told me today, maybe 15 to 20 minutes would be a good number that he's been. He hasn't literally done anything. I mean, it's like you guys getting off the couch after being there for 16 days and trying to go play a basketball game, and his conditioning is just not there. It's you want to be fair to him, and we need Tommy. We need his passing, we need his facilitating, we need his brains, and it shows the most on the defensive side, to be very honest with you. And so I think as we get these next couple games, you're going to see, we need to see amped up minutes and better conditioning, and he committed a turnover in the first half just out of fatigue, And that's the stuff that we've got to get through. And I mean, he's been in, I think, 9 practices or 10 practices all year of our 40. So, you know, it's not his fault, but yeah, the games don't stop, so we have to play them.
I guess when you get the shots you want, for the most part, and still make them, how do you address that?
Well, tonight was the turnovers. There's nothing. That's all we can ask for as a coaching staff is to get the quality shots we want, and then to you know, to have the grit to make them. We got great shots. I felt really good about that for the most part, and I thought that, you know, I think we've got to get Bam in an aggressive mindset, driving the ball much earlier than what he does. When we get stagnant and we get the switches that we're getting because of our big guy shooting it, he's got to get downhill, and he did that late, and that's the aggression we need from him the first 34 minutes.
Brad, 7 years ago, you played Ohio State here in this building in front of about 5,000 people. Tonight was almost 18. Outcome notwithstanding, can you appreciate how far
Oh yeah.
the program has been?
I made the comment to Orlando before the game, standing on the baseline during the introductions. I don't do this very often, and I said, "You were here when we were god awful, and we played that game." And I said, and to this day, it's the most pissed off I've ever been as the Illinois basketball coach, was that I scheduled, that was me, I scheduled a Big Ten game in this building in front of nobody. And we got beat. And to me, that's one thing that upset me more than anything. But to look up there today and see 18,000 in orange, I mean, my gosh. And I said, and and all of his humor, he goes, Coach, he said, put a smile on your face, we need to enjoy this. I said, you're exactly right. And I have tremendous appreciation for our fans, for our administration, for allowing us as coaches to get to this place. So it's the first time I've reflected in a long time, but that was pretty cool tonight.
Coach, in retrospect, was anything you would have did differently to slow down Kylan later? Is that just a great player making plays?
He's a pro. I think he's a pro. You know, we blew 2 switches. Wasn't any surprise where the ball was going to go to. We knew where it was. We had Mihailo in the game. They shoot a 3. He doesn't block out, and then they hit a 3. It was little things like that that get guys going, and give him all the credit in the world. He's a really good player, and he made the plays. And sometimes good players just have the ability to take over a game like that, and he did that tonight.
With the switching, was that to protect Kylan for 4 fouls, or was there some matchup in that final stretch that you liked about switching?
Well, we knew that they were pick and pop. They were really, really small. They had 4 little guys on the court, so it was just easier to switch one, and then they hit one over Z late, which, you know, we actually bounced back and forth with some zone, and we liked Z in there because he was protecting them. You know, has the ability to protect the rim, but you know, give them credit, man. They made the plays and hit the shots that they needed to.
What did you learn about when they went small? What did you learn about this team's ability to kind of play a smaller lineup and what we can take from that?
It'll be nice when we get healthy to be able to do that. You know, Brandon's still, you know, not 100% with his ankle, and he can help us in those moments, and we have the ability to go small. You know, Mihailo I thought was outstanding, and you know, first game and let it be against maybe the best backcourt in the country, and that speed and just feel comfortable. And in this environment, my hat's off to him, and literally he has had 3 days now of full practice of our 40, so 3, and you know, he's going to be just fine. He's going to settle in, and you can see with Kylan and Dre, they have a lot of confidence in him because they do see his ability.
Does Mahalo maybe,
Go ahead.
does Mahalo maybe not play if Bam doesn't get into foul trouble, or what was the plan with him?
Yeah, you want to be really careful with that. That was my dilemma going into this. You got a really big game, and I probably, to be quite honest with you, probably wouldn't have played him, had there not been the need to do that, just from a confidence standpoint. But I did find out, and my confidence grew a great deal in him. We got a couple of opportunities coming up that at home that we were kind of targeting, but I thought he did great, and so it just worked out that he needed to play tonight.
Brad, given that you just got Tommy and Mahalo back, how far away do you think this team is from operating at its full potential?
Tommy's conditioning is a big piece of it. I think Brandon's a piece that I really like, and we need his physicality at the guard spot. I'm still playing those two, Kylan and Keaton, way too many minutes. So I've got to find some confidence and gain that. But I think that we've got to get Tommy into that very, very active 25 to 30 minutes a game mindset. We need his intellect. We need his shooting, his passing. We need that. And so I don't know when that is. We can't just push the button and say you're in great shape. He's got to play through some of that. So, but he's working at it, and he's a tough son of a gun. He's back sooner than everybody thought he would be, and I appreciate that from him.
But you've had guys over the years that you could isolate at the end of games and finish the games out for you. Io and TJ. Is Andre that kind of guy? Do you put the ball in his hands?
I think we got multiple guys. I think it's the matchup. I think we got 4 of them, to be honest. I think I think there's gonna be nights where Keaton's that guy. I think there's nights Bam's that guy. I think it's Merck. I think it's Andrej. We've been able to exploit him in some areas that he's been very successful in. And he's a big, powerful, strong type finisher, and he's truthfully as good a finisher as we've had. And but we got to get him making free throws.
Got time for 2 more.
What can Keaton and David take away from tonight?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. That one, they better get used to this. Yeah. And then I think that the biggest thing for our team is we need to take out of this is we need to understand how not to lose. And this is not knocking them. Alabama's terrific, and they're extremely well coached, and they've got great players. But you can't go 9 of 17 in the second half from the foul line. You can't have lane violations. You can't foul a 3-point shooter. You can't do those things. You can't have live ball turnovers. And we've got a junior and Andre that love him to death. Can't turn it over, have half our turnovers. You have to learn how not to lose games sometimes. And that's what he's talking about. Every possession is important. There's no, oops, I messed up. We're gonna be in 25 more of these close games. And those are the things that Andre and Merck and Keaton all have to learn to understand is, I screwed up this switch. No, I expect perfection. I demand perfection. I know it's not going to happen, but it doesn't mean I'm not still going to expect the same. Those type of things from them. So, the film would be great for those guys.
You win the rebounding.
It's our last one here.
You win the rebounding battle but only by 2. Did you want to see more aggression on the glass?
Sure, you win games by rebounding, and I expected a different Alabama team than the one we saw against Purdue. We got just diddy-bapped on the glass. Credit to Purdue. Maybe we better get a lot better if Purdue got them by 20. But I do think that Bristow, wow, difference in the game. Just effort, just playing hard. My hat's off to him. And then I thought that the other kid, 5, Allen, those 2 guys were were active and fought their tail off, and they helped them a great deal on the glass.
Thank you, Coach.